Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh and Diop. This is an arithmetical expression of the world system and of divinity that created it. Thus, the soothsayer, possessing full knowledge of the seven tablets and the numerical representation of the four elements, is known as the master of divinatory art. Among the Dogon, the four elements, Kizine, literally, four things, are also expressed numerically. They are also the terms emphasized in the above text. Here is a text that would be repudiated neither by the Pythagoreans nor by the other pre Socratic philosophers, nor by Plato. The omnipotence of the number in the Dogon and the Bambara systems, as well as in the Pythagorean one, is beyond question. In Pythagoreanism, the first 10 numbers were endowed with secret properties comparable to those attributed to them by the Bambara. The effort toward abstraction that leads to representing the four constituent elements of the universe in Dogon and Heliopolitan cosmogony by numbers curiously reminds us of Plato's speculations in the Tiamas. See page 337. We will note that for the Dogon and the Bambara, if we were to refer to the above cited text, the universe is a number that moves in the literal, rigorous, Platonic sense of the term. One could believe that it concerns a primitive thought remodeled by Western brains or a surviving element of ancient philosophical doctrines introduced by the Arabs at Timbuktu in the Middle Ages. As a matter of fact, the count of the number of the Dogon Sigui period of 60 years dates back to the first half of the 13th century AD, based on the number of the ritual objects related to this ceremony and spared from destruction. The multiple intimate connections between the Dogon and the Egyptian cosmogonies require us to separate these suppositions. The different Dogon tribes have each specialized in the study of a particular domain of the sky. The Ono study Venus, the Damo, Orion's shield, the Aru, the moon, and the Diam, the sun. Thus, the Dogon have the lunar, solar, and sidereal calendars just like the Egyptians. Their mythology, as described in Griol's and Dieterlin's article, reveals in the socio-political domain the passage from putting the king priest to death, the Sigui, every 7 years, to the symbolic death, or to the renewal every 60 years. According to Dogon mythology, before the discovery of Digitaria, the supreme chief was sacrificed at the end of the 7th year of his reign, seventh harvest. But the 8th chief, having discovered the star, resolved to avoid the lot of his predecessors. In Egypt, it is the pharaoh Zoser who seems to have inaugurated the ceremony of the symbolic death of the king, of his regeneration. The myth of the Dogon's pale fox, Urugu, strangely recalls the myth of the Egyptian god Seth, who has the same animal form, and who, like him, introduced the creation of disorder, evil, and sterility. And we'll pause right here, continue back with this wonderful reading, Civilization or Barbarism, Chapter 17. I'm Uriel Riley. Highest heart.